Good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. As you can see, I'm in the big John Deere tractor pulling the baler again here this morning on father-in-law's farm. I just got back in, had to get the twine going again, sheared off. So that was just pleasant to tell you. That's the reason I always keep a pocket knife handy in case you got to go in there and cut something free. Anyways, we had nothing but baler problems in the Kubota. Couldn't get that baler to work very well for me last night. Ate a couple bales, wasn't wrapping very good, wasn't kicking stuff out properly. Father-in-law worked on it last night, got it working, come out this morning to bale, and lo and behold, goes to engage the PTO, nothing happens. Pretty concerning. So while he's there with the Kubota mechanic, I'm gonna run this thing, and yeah, big green convection oven is basically what this thing is. Actually, my buddy Robin from Millionaire Farmer was asking, well, like, why don't you just get the air conditioning fixed? What air conditioning? It just has a fan. It just has a fan and a radio that doesn't work really well. So I'm gonna either have to sacrifice my eardrums by opening the window and my lungs because of all the dust coming in, or I'm gonna sit here and cook like a turkey. I'm probably gonna keep the window open and just get all dusty and dirty rather than cook like a turkey. But hopefully, we'll see if we can make some bales. Hopefully this thing's gonna work. You can't see nothing out that window. That's what's so hard about this, is you're trying to keep an eye on the baler, but you really can't see what's happening back there. It's just a dusty, blurry mess. Again there now, so I'll get this bale kicked out, have to go underneath, see what's binding it up. Now, I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm gonna, for those that need to hear it. Anytime you gotta stop, do any kind of work on your equipment, make sure that goddamn PTO is shut off. I have an Uncle Wally who reached into a square baler, got his glove hooked up, his brand new pair of gloves, didn't want to lose his gloves, so he tried to reef on it. Bam. In goes his arm, cuts his hand off. Like 17 surgeries later, had his complete arm all the way up to his shoulder blade amputated. What a way to live your life. Anyways, lift underneath, it's bound right up. Open up the twine compartment here, and you can see right in here, look at that. Just a fancy little loop. That's all it takes to create that tension. Pull that free, pull that free. Down here, away we go. That closed up, back to business. Now I'm back at it. Pretty sunny day. If you watched yesterday, you'll know I lost my sunglasses when I got out of the tractor after going to take a leak. I left them on the car at the property. So now I gotta be in Gloucester. I gotta put on these pretty high-end fence screen shades that I got from Robin over Millionaire Farmer. You have to check this channel out. You should head over there. Learn all kinds of things about big machinery and grain production, as well as a couple pretty important topics about food security and what's unique about growing grains in the Peace Country, Northern Alberta, here in Canada. Lots to learn, so recommend checking out that channel. Hoping I can make the rest of this bale, get it wrapped without too much beeping coming out of this magic box now. Really should only beep a couple of times. The last thing I want to see is no twine T1. Just about full here. There we go. Auto cycle. Got the same neutral. some things you can control, I guess. So we'll chuck this bale out. I'll roll ahead 10 feet. Go look again. I had a look in there. Both twines are off. Looking at the bale and how much it wrapped. It wrapped just perfectly, so I'm not sure why it's beeping, but we're gonna keep baling here. We're wasting daylight. Done this field, I'm gonna go fill up my water and then head over to a place just across the river, bale another quarter section there. Boy, I tell you, if you want to succeed at this baling business, there's a couple things you got to do. First is bring a big lunch. You want to eat that lunch in the first 10 minutes and probably slip into a diabetic coma, and then maybe, just maybe, if you get a second wind later on in the day, you can be absolutely starving. And the other thing you want to do for sure is bail on the hottest day of the year and bring like a half a liter of water. You're bound to succeed. Well, now I'm back in a Kubota. Not the father-in-law's Kubota, the neighbor's Kubota. So the John Deere I was driving, stopped to get out, grab a sandwich, noticed that there was a smell of diesel, looked over, and there's diesel pissing out of the fuel rail, like pissing, like proper pissing out. I was like, oh! Better shut that down. Father-in-law phoned the mechanic to see how he's making out with his Kubota in the yard. Not good. It's got to split the tractor. So that thing's going to get loaded up on a high boy. Or low boy, whatever. Anyway, it's going to go to town. So that's out of commission. And the neighbor was baling on the next quarter over. Cooked the bearing in his baler. So he's out of commission. That has a working tractor. So I'm in that tractor right now, headed back to see if we can't. Probably got two hours maybe. See if we can't wrap that up for this evening. And then the stuff I cut yesterday, obviously gonna need a few more days secured. Hopefully Clayton can have his tractor back from Kubota after they cut it in half and glue it back together again. Fingers crossed we can get finished up by the end of the week, because next week we're supposed to go to BC on a bit of a holiday. Remains to be seen whether or not we'll get done or not. Well, all right, I'm all hooked back up to the new tractor. About to test fire everything, make sure it all works, and then we're back on the road. Fingers crossed. I tell you, if Shakespeare were alive today, he wouldn't even bother to write Macbeth, because this is way more of a tragedy. Okay, PTO on. PTO is turning. Idle up. Drive. Holy shit, boys and girls, it's turning. Let's go bale some hay. Gonna see if I can hopefully get a shot of this giant hawk that's hanging out on the hay bale, just waiting to mow down on some mice. I guess the camera takes away 20 pounds. It doesn't really do him justice, but the fella's huge. 9:15, got the last bale wrapped up here in the field. It's not too bad. I was figuring we'd probably end up about 10 o'clock. Just heading over to the John Deere over here. Looks like it's got a coolant leak and a fuel leak. I mean, 2 for 1, right? Why not? I tell you, that's why hay's so expensive. The amount of hard work and labor that goes into it, not to mention all the shit that breaks. Man, oh man, the price of diesel, price of gas just to run for parts. Holy man, it never stops, I tell you. Out of the tractor and into the truck. Just cruising down to the church quarter again, where I stopped the other day. See if I can't find me a pair of sunglasses. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they're in one piece. And hopefully that one piece is not completely mangled. So talk about a needle in a haystack. How about sunglasses in a hayfield? I gotta try and peg exactly where it was that I stopped, which was somewhere right around here. Ish. But yeah. I don't see them. See the tire track? I don't know. Well, it seems they're not right where I parked the tractor, so my initial thought was I'd just set them up on the tire, and as the tractor rolled forward, they either would go under the tire and be crushed or fall off the side and be saved. But maybe I didn't. Maybe I just set them on the fender. And maybe they just rode somewhere out into the field. But I walked a ways here and I still can't find them. So I don't know. Maybe there's a deer out here looking pretty swanky with a new set of aviators. Big horns, you know the type. But yeah, I'm not having any luck, so I'd have to just call this one a loss.